Well, good afternoon. Here we are, the Bedlam Farm Studios of Maria Wolf Full Moon Fiber Art,
It's my schoolhouse studio,
it's
John.
Thursday. I think we're the 24th, the 25th.
I think we're at 29.
The Schoolhouse Studio. Here we are in the Schoolhouse Studio. All right, now we're cranked up and ready to go. So we have something new to show you.
So, yes.
I'm not quite sure what it is.
I know. I was trying to explain it to John, and he just really didn't understand. So what I'm doing is I have all these, tons of hankies that are white, mostly white. And so I decided to paint on them. So I have this black fabric paint, and I'm making designs on the hankies.
Wow.
And so what I'm doing is I'm layering the hankies because they're very thin. So that it bleeds through from the first layer. So like this. So this was.
I moved away from your butt.
So you get a picture of my ass. So like this is one that I did. Right, I did that design, and underneath this hanky, while I was painting it, was this hanky, and so then you get this design, right? And then underneath that was another hanky, and I don't know where it. I don't know where it is, but underneath that was another hanky, and so this is an example of one of the third hankies that they come out kind of with just little spots on them like that.
Can you bring this closer, please?
Yes, sure. They come out like little spots on them like that. And so then I take those spots and I make a whole new hanky around the spots. Or a new drawing, or whatever you want to call it. So
It's pretty cool.
I'm having a really good time here.
You're in a very good mood.
I know. I'm really having fun. So like this one is one of the second or third hankies. So now I'm going to put this hanky over it, and it has all these little spots on it, and then I'll just work around them somehow. And each hanky is different fabrics, so you don't know how the paint is going to bleed. Like on this hanky, the paint doesn't bleed at all, but as you can see on these thinner ones, you get all these nice grays that go around line, and they don't show up right away, so you have to wait and see what's going to happen, which makes it really fun because you only have so much control over it, and you can start to see how it's starting to bleed. Can you see that? And so then
Where did you get this idea for this technique?
I just kind of made that up, but I was like dreaming. I was in that dreaming waking state, and I had this dream of just squiggly lines, like snake lines. So here's one. This was my first one. Actually,
Could you stand up with it, please?
The second one of the first one of these squiggly. This is the second one. The second hanky.
What is all this going to be?
Oh, probably scarves, I think. Maybe I'll use them in a quilt. I'm not sure, but I'm really happy with them. I mean, I just love.
You're thinking about scarves, I know.
I think I'm thinking about scarves. Yeah, probably make them into scarves. And look at this one. I love this one. See, this was one that I drew around the spots that were left on the hanky. It's just fun. I'm just having such a good time.
I see that also, and so you perfected this technique?
It's not perfected technique. I'm just painting on them.
I see. All right. Well, you
I
got
just
these
have,
beautiful thin.
Yeah, they're all they are. They have different fabrics, so each fabric takes the paint differently, and you don't know what's going to happen until you put the
Show me some of those.
What, some of these? And I have more. This is like only half of the hankies that I have.
Wow.
But these I ironed and washed last year when I was doing the shibori hanky scarves, and I made a quilt out of that too. But so I have them all prepped.
Well, this is exciting. And what is that up there?
That's the beginnings of a quilt that I have not gotten back to, but will, because of those.
What interrupted you?
The sheep pot holders.
You had quite a run with the sheep pot holders, didn't you?
I have more. I have more that I'm finishing up tomorrow.
You couldn't make enough.
I couldn't make enough, and I think most of those have sold. Whatever's not sold, I'll put in my Etsy shop. But Yeah.
This is a pretty good holiday season for you, wasn't it?
It has been. Thank you all. It has been. Thank you all for buying my art.
And thank you all for putting her in such a good mood.
Well, we take this.
She's actually waking up, chirping, and
we're taking this week a little slower.
you're even having nice dreams.
I know, we're taking this week slower, so it's really working.
That's good. Well, that's nice. I'm enjoying it very much. We had a wonderful time in Grafton.
We did.
It was nice.
We had a nice after Christmas visit, which mellowed me right out.
Well, okay. So is that your message?
That's it. That's what I'm doing.
And what's going to happen to this quilt? You don't know.
I'm going to finish making it. I have someone who's.
And you don't know what's going to happen to these little guys either.
Well, they're probably going to be scarves.
Let's see. Do you have a scarf in here that people can see? Or no, you don't. Okay. Well, I saw them this morning. Some of you made. They were beautiful.
Oh, some of the old ones that I made with the colored scarves. Yeah.
Well, this is nice. Nice video.
Thanks, John.
Thank you. Am I dismissed?
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome.